What's up, people? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So, I watched the daytime Emmys yesterday, last night. Some people watched it on Facebook. Some people watched it on Twitter, Periscope. I watched it on Twitter. Um, it was a phenomenal show. It was amazing. I want to say congrats to all the winners last night. And I also want to say congratulations to the people who didn't win last night. I want to say congratulations to the ones who didn't win because at least they were nominated. You know what I mean? So being nominated is huge. You know what I mean? I just want to say winning is good, but being nominated in those categories and being, in the same nomination list in the same league as the bigger soap stars that's been in the game for 20 years, 30 years, that's huge in itself. So, congratulations to them too. Even if they didn't win, so what? You were nominated. So that's major. To Quan Richmond, Scott Clifton, who was nominated and also won. Um, Peter Bergman, um, Christophe St. John, aka Neil Winters. All these people were nominated. Laura Wright, Nancy Lee Grahn, so many people. It was ridiculous. Steve Burton, who was nominated and actually won the first award of the night. So congratulations to Steve Burton. He did a phenomenal job on General Hospital and The Young and the Restless as Dylan McAvoy. I actually seen a picture this morning on Twitter from the pre ceremony, from the pre awards. And it was a picture of him and Kelly Monaco together, reunited. It was good seeing them together again. It's always good to see them together. Him and the GH cast. He actually thanked the GH cast. Maurice Bernard, Laura Wright, Chad Duell. Congrats to Chad Duell as well. He was nominated. I feel like some people got robbed. I will say by looking at some of those clips and stuff from the nominees, I felt like somebody got robbed. Scott Clifton, let me tell you something. He earned it, but I felt like Peter Bergman and Christophe St. John had a better emotional scene, so I felt like one of them should have took it. But not to take away from Scott Clifton, because like I said, he's a dope actor. Congratulations to him. But I felt, even Scott Clifton looked like he was surprised he won, and he beat out Peter Bergman and Christophe St. John. He was shocked. Congratulations to uh, Lexi Ainsworth, aka Christina Corinthos Davis. She won the award last night. Congrats to her. Congrats to Brian Craig, aka Morgan Corinthos, the ex Morgan Corinthos. He won his second daytime Emmy, second year in a row. He won, so congrats to him. It was an amazing night. Um, I felt like the Emmy reel, the reel that Nancy Lee Grahn, aka Alexis, and Carly sent in, Laura Wright. I felt like those were definitely something that should have won. One of them should have won that, not just because they GH stars or whatever, but I felt like those emotional scenes were just crazy. Like especially when Alexis had the knife in her hand and she threw it. Carly had Morgan's picture in her hand and she threw it down. Like that shit was so emotional. I was like, how did they not win? But congrats to them because they were nominated at least. I'm like, damn. Those were some major scenes. So congrats to everybody, like I said. Whether you won, whether you lost, congrats. You were nominated. So anyway, let's get into today's episode. Who was shocked that Samira was a con artist hired by Larry Ashton? Who was surprised? Raise your hand. Who was surprised? Where's the shock in that? I knew the bitch was a con artist from the moment she stepped into the house and told that lame story. Let me break this down. She said her daughter was took by human traffickers, is what they're saying. Now, in today's episode, in the previous episode, also, they said that it was kidnappers. Which one is it? Human traffickers or kidnappers? Because they're not the same exact thing. They're similar, but they're not the exact same thing. They're not. Human traffickers take people and they dye their hair, they take them to different parts of the country and they sell them to the highest bidder, like slavery. Or they pimp them out for money. um Kidnappers take a specific person or persons and hold them for ransom from another specific person. Like they take them for specific reasons, and hold them captive for ransom. Human traffickers don't really hold people for ransom. They, like I said, they sell them, or they sell people like slavery and they pimp them out. That's what they do. And I knew her story was bullshit because she said that the human traffickers or the kidnapper or whatever, they can't get their story straight. She said that they only would take the painting. That makes no sense. The Quartermains were willing to write her a nice fat cashier's check. They were ready to write that check. Human traffickers don't really take artifacts or paintings and shit like that because you have to fence that stuff. You have to sell it in the black market. And selling it in the black market is risky because you have to deal with the feds, you got to deal with Interpol. It raises too many questions and suspicions. So they prefer cash because it's easier and you can't trace cash. So it's easier to do it, that way. Now, a kidnapper, they'll take a pricey painting, they'll take it. Anything of value they're going to take. Human traffickers, they're all about the cash. That's what it's for them. They're about the cash. Two, human traffickers, you're not going to know where they are because they constantly move all over the world. They constantly move around, so you're not going to know where they are. Kidnappers, you're not going to know where they are, but you'll be in contact with them. Samira didn't even know where her daughter was, so how are you going to give them a painting when you don't even know how to find them, get in contact with them? How would you know? So that's why her story just fell apart and it sounded like rubbish to me. Um, like I said, human traffickers, they don't move like that. They prefer cash, and besides, they sell people or pimp them out. So there it is right there. Um, so Ned kind of figured it out because she sung the Quartermain song that Edward used to sing to Lila, and Lila was the only person Edward would sing that song to. So he kind of figured Larry Ashton had something to do with it. He knew Larry had something to do with it, and I'm glad Tracy went the fuck off on Larry. And it was funny how Dylan said that they all fell for the story except for Ned. What? Ned fell for the story at first. What are you talking about? Ned fell for the story. Tracy was literally the only one who wasn't buying that bullshit. Only reason Tracy even gave up that painting was because everybody, including Laura, kept on beating her over the head about it and calling her an evil person for not doing it. So that's the only reason she gave the painting up or was going to give the painting up because basically it was peer pressure. It's the only reason she was going to do it. She never believed the story not once. Especially, come on now, they kept offering her cash and you wouldn't take the cash. So Ned figured it out or whatever, even though Tracy already knew she was full of shit. But he still offered to give Samira a cashier's check for $10,000 and told her to just get her life together. I'm glad she's not staying on the show though, thank God. But if I was Ned, I would have had the bitch locked up, her and Larry. Because first of all, they could go to prison for extortion, because that's basically what they were doing, trying to extort a painting from Tracy. That's still extortion. So they could have had him locked up for that. But Tracy basically just threatened Larry and told him if he ever came back to Port Charles or darkened their door, the Quartermains do have the power and the juice to commit a murder and get away with it. I can't stand this version of Larry Ashton. Like, Larry was always a con artist, but I just don't like the actor who plays Larry. Not trying to actor bash, but I'm just saying they should have got the original back. I don't know why. Maybe he wasn't available or something, but I wish that they would have got the original back because he was a better Larry. But anyway, nobody's surprised by that. We all knew Samir was a con artist. Whoop de doo. Um, so anyway, Nina. I used to like Michelle Stafford, but I just feel like every time I watch her, if you ever watch The Young and the Restless and you know about her old character of Phyllis Newman, then basically when you watch Nina, you're basically watching Phyllis. That's basically what you're watching. She's basically the carbon copy of her former character, basically. And I just feel like the writers and stuff, they're just wasting Michelle Stafford basically. You're paying Michelle Stafford gets paid a lot of money on soap operas because she's been in the game a long time. She's been in the soap business for a while. So they pay her a significant amount of money. And I feel like it's a waste of money when you're going to give her bullshit storylines like this. But I just have no use for the Nina character, period. I just don't care for the character. Like her basically trying to force Nell to spy on Valentine. If you don't trust the person you're with, why are you with that person? If you don't trust them to tell you the truth, why are you with them? Point blank. File for divorce. Like, give them an ultimatum. Tell them either be honest or hit the road. Basically. I mean, I don't see why you got to go behind his back and try to spy on him, because basically you're no better than him if you have to spy on him, because that means you're telling lies too. So what's the point? All this cat and mouse shit that y'all doing. And when Nell saw Anna and Valentine on the docks, she went back and told uh, Nina that she didn't see Anna with Valentine, that Valentine went home, which was a lie. And I'm glad she didn't tell her the truth. Good. Don't tell her shit. For what? But anyway, Nathan went to go see Nina or whatever. I didn't really care about their scenes, but he was talking about Maxie or whatever. I miss Kirsten Storms. I really do. I miss her. But I'm happy off screen Maxie is doing well in Portland, and she got a new job at a magazine. She's spending more time with Georgie, so I'm happy about that. I feel like off screen, a lot of the shit that they do off screen on General Hospital actually sounds a lot better than the shit that we actually see on screen. Like in seriousness, like it really does sound better. The shit they do off screen should be brought on screen because it sounds like a much better show. The shit they do off screen actually sounds like a show I rather watch. Um, so Nathan bumped into Anna on the docks, and now I'm convinced. I'm convinced that Anna is definitely not Anna. That's Alex, her twin sister, Alex Devane. For those who don't know anything about Alex Devane, check out some clips on YouTube. All My Children. Just type in Alex Devane, All My Children. Um, when Nathan left after talking with Anna, Alex, I seen the look on her face and that smile that she had. That was definitely Alex. Because I remember Alex used to smile like that on All My Children. She had that kind of deviant smile about her. So I was like, yeah, that's definitely Alex. And when she looked at Nathan, she didn't even recognize him. So I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not Anna. That's Alex. Which begs the question, where the fuck is Anna at? So Valentine is definitely being played, but I want to know, what does that necklace Anna had or Alex had? What does that have to do with Jake and Jason and this Cassadine Island mess? Because apparently that was hinted at in this episode that there's a connection between that necklace and Jake and Jason. So what's the connection? Speaking of Jake and Jason, I'm getting sick of this storyline. Like they keep putting this storyline in so many different directions. It's like, where are y'all going with this? Like, I'm confused by it. What does all of this symbols and hints that y'all dropping, what does all of this have to do with anything? In my opinion, I think it might. I just feel like there's not going to be a big payoff to this because they're gassing it up and building it up like there's going to be a major payoff. I just feel like it's going to be a flop because number one, Helene is dead. So what's the use of this storyline if she's dead? If she's dead, the smart thing would be to bring Helena back. That way we can really get some definitive answers. But as long as she's dead, what's the payoff going to be? Because she's like probably the only person that can really answer these questions. Like, so I don't really see where's the payoff in the end, like for all of this mess. Like, I don't see it. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there is going to be a good payoff. I don't know. But the storyline has been dragging, and I want to know, where is it leading. Usually, when they drag a storyline out like this, that means there's not going to be a payoff, because every time they drag it out too long and people lose interest, that means the payoff is going to be corny, and that means you wasted like a whole year watching rubbish just to get no real climatic storyline out of it. I think it's going to be definitely anticlimactic. I think it definitely will be. But time will tell. Hopefully, they can prove me wrong. I hope they do, and I hope that we get something big out of this. But if I'm forgetting to talk about something, let me know. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.